Reset. Alright. So, nice thing is you can hold left and the 1 button, and that'll get you right to your faster. So, we go right to the Ease 4 staff room and get things set up. So, need this to talk to this character up here, tell you about the New Game Plus mode, which is essentially you'll get the gold bracelet and silver bracelet. Double your gold or experience respectively from demons or monsters in this game. So go ahead and do this, and time starts. So more experience or gold when we want will equal less grinds. So makes the run take about, let's say, 17, 18 minutes faster.
Can you believe you've been gone for 2 years?
So
I wonder how much it's changed.
a lot of this run, this
Hey,
route,
unfortunately
is
for him,
pretty
the
much
boss went and opened himself a store.
done by
But
Mabo.
he's got 2 of them now.
He's a runner in Japan
Can't wait to see
who
that.
has a 3
Finally,
his
we've
best time
made
is
a
3:10:57 on this. So my goal is to see what I can do to get closer and closer to it. Right now I'm in the 3 teens, so it's really nice. We'll see where it happens. There is a lot of cutscenes in this game, so you do have a bit of breathers on it. Otherwise, it's just moving around, going to where you need to, and that and so forth. There is a little bit of tech that Mabo found, quite a bit actually, that can help a lot. It's been really a fun process documenting it just to keep things going. So
Hey,
it's
boss!
been really neat.
Been a long time, you jackass.
This is a game I've always been interested in. I played Ease 3 for Super Nintendo
Come on, boss, don't be
um,
like that.
30 years
We heard
ago
you'd opened a store and
or
decided we'd
so,
come visit.
and really had a great time with it. And
I see.
eventually,
In that case,
college learned about Ease 4
I'm glad you
and
came
5.
too, Adol.
Excuse
Follow
me.
me. Everyone will be in
I remember
shock.
seeing those in Nintendo Power, but they never came out here. But around that time in college, got the patch from Aeon Genesis for Ease 4 for Mask of the Sun. Got to play it. But was hearing a lot of buzz about
Nothing's changed more than you,
this
eh,
one,
boss?
The Dawn of Ease.
I'd heard through the grapevine that
And
you've given up being a bandit. If so,
it
that's
really
good.
shows
Thieving
just
is
when you
dangerous
play
work
this,
for
the
someone your
difference.
age.
The graphics feel better on this
Hey,
one.
watch it.
You have big cutscenes, and the music really stands out with its
Still in charge of
Red Book audio. Just really stands out. Exceptional music.
Whatever works for you, boss.
Voice
Some
acting,
things are still the same around here.
that you're hearing in this, as well as just the translated text, that was done in recent years, probably in the last 20 years. Nightwolf did the translation, or helped, pretty much led the translation effort on this, and then Brent Lasagna did the and led the efforts on the English dub. So really neat stuff there.
Adol and Gogi are back.
We're finally getting to some gameplay after 3 minutes of playing. So first off, it's going to be mashing through these menus. We'll have to change a couple settings when we get control again. This is slow. Fast, it has this instantly popping up. So we want to have that because that makes the game faster, of course. In the experience, you'll see how we change that too.
Well then, we're gonna go over to Orman's bar now. Go around and say hi to everyone. Then come join us.
Excuse me. So then I'm going to move out of the way. Change those things. And come up here and talk to the fortune teller, who's going to tell us about the land of Salsetta that's in trouble. So she asks us to go there. It's not the place where we're at. We're in Asteria, the setting of the older game, or of Ys Book 1. So might have to do some traveling.
And then I said, take a glass bottle and...
But first off, we get into the bar here,
Come on, lay
and
off
we have more
me, boss.
cutscenes. So
Hey.
at about less than a minute of gameplay before we have another probably 5 minutes or so of
Look of yours, huh?
cutscenes.
Sit down, take a load off. I want to hear all of your traveling stories.
pretty much this big thing in the beginning of this game is Adol and Dogi come back to Asteria and visit their friends. Have a nice time. But Adol gets told by the fortune or request from a fortune teller to go to Salsetta, so we'll see what happens here.
Well, we're here now, guys. This here is my shop. Come in and make yourselves at home.
See me yawning a bunch is just because my eyes are very dry. Cold around here just makes the humidity just vanish. It's just a nice balmy 3 outside.
Up there at this hour.
And
Oh, it's you, Lilia.
I'm sorry, I know it's
yeah,
early, but I heard that Adol
it's
and
just
Logie were back and
76% humidity with a dew point of -9. So
I think you just
whatever
went
that
off.
means.
I get
Just
you.
it's miserable out there today. So
Hey, Adol! Adol! Hey, Dogi, where's Adol?
What is it, boss? Adol's right here.
oh,
Huh?
Dogi thinks Adol's there, but no, he's not.
Adol.
Guess where he went to?
Where'd he go?
That's right, Salsetta,
Adol.
because Adol is quite the friend. Doesn't leave a note or anything, just heads off. Not like a, hey yo, I gotta head out because the fortune teller told me. So see ya. His punishment for all this, though, has been just bad boat voyages after this game. Amazing cutscenes in this game, though, considering late 1993. This was on the PC Engine, didn't come out in the United States. We had the TurboGrafx 16, Japan was PC Engine. This was on CD, specifically the Super CD-ROM squared, or CD-ROM 2. So, really good graphics on this. Unfortunately, a lot of flashing lights in this, which can be kind of a pain for anyone who's sensitive to those.
Just like I thought. It's useless without that power.
Hey Ventric, thanks for the good luck. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Ba-ba-boo. Is the dawn of East, dawn of East. Of East, dawn of East, dawn of East, of East. The dawn of East, dawn of East, the dawn of Ease. Maybe not like that. Okay. All right. Nice thing is, at least I can input buffer movement, which means I can just hold the direction. So it's not looking for a rising edge. at the beginning of this, so I can just hold the direction and I'll go that first frame. Those two, and equip that, and we'll go further. We gotta get off this boat. Trying to be the most introverted Adol there ever was, so trying to avoid people as we can. A little bit, just because it's just more lost time. Adol doesn't want to talk to people, he wants adventure. At least in this game, that's my headcanon. So we gotta make sure that we're going as fast as we can. So here I'm just trying to just get to the next section as quick as I can. Trying to pick off a few of the enemies too, just to get up to level 2. Be really nice. If I don't, that's okay. But it's just more prep. These enemies are some of the don't really give the best experience at this point. So it's not really a huge detriment if I don't go through it. Okay, another cutscene. There we go. The thing with this game, the beginning, it's just a lot of cutscenes. So you just move and then you wait.
I told you I wandered off the path and got lost. Now let's go.
No regular girl would just wander up here.
Frustrating thing about this game sometimes is it does have some points that really doesn't tell you that you should be moving at a certain point or you should be pushing the button at a certain point. It's pretty odd sometimes. So after this cutscene,
Don't worry.
you need to be pushing the button to initiate the next one. It doesn't say anything, nothing on screen. I think it's just waiting for you to try to move or anything. And then you'll just get that happening.
It's dangerous to stay here. Perhaps we'll meet again.
Not sure if you can
Stay
input
willing.
buffer that, but
Freeze.
then you get that person there. If you don't press anything, you're just going to be paused awkwardly there. We don't want that.
Captain.
So,
General Leo, you simpering dope. You, the kid with the red hair. You think you can escape from us? Fine. I'll show you our military strength. Bring out our example.
Yes, sir.
Fire! You see? Cower before our might. Continue to resist, and we'll blast you to pieces. Men, seize his weapons, and throw him into the prison.
Yes, sir.
I think they overachieved because they also took my armor and stuff, which is... I mean, it would have been nice to still have the Claria armor and stuff for the rest of the game, but then guards take that too. So, whatever.
Huh?
Then we get to just
Bobby
wait
and
more.
Playmate, eh?
It's kind of more mashing.
Good, I've almost been bored to death. The name's Durin. I was walking to the port and stumbled across some drunken soldiers. They arrested me 3 days ago and threw me in here, damn them. A similar story with you, I'm guessing?
You got a little bit of mashing here sometimes. Mashing through the cutscenes. No. But touch the pedal by accident. Definitely not a split yet there.
What the? Who the heck are you?
Keep it down. I'm going to break the lock.
Whoa! I don't know who you are, babe, but thanks a million.
I
More mashing. You know what there is? Even more mashing. Who'd have thunk it? Eventually, we'll get to the game. Just we gotta get through the first 15 minutes or so, and then we're set. Good enough. All right. Okay, so now we're on our way to the next area. Kind of getting enemies as we go, but it's not really a huge concern if we don't get to the next level while we're doing this. It's just better just to have a little bit of health, but we'll see how this shakes out here. We do need one more level before the boss fight. Took a little more damage than I would have liked, but the way the bump combat is in this one, depending on your defense, if you pin an enemy up against a spot, you take more. They'll damage you rather you damaging them. So it's a little bit of a trade-off there, but it really depends. The situationally, you can get faster that way. But the thing of it, like Joust, you're trying to get at the enemy at an angle, not straight on, and then you're able to attack them. I'm not sure of all the formulas and everything that go into it, but essentially, you're trying to shoulder check them, I guess, as you walk by them. The enemies that are most dangerous in this one are the ones that either move fast or move vertically. They just change direction. It's just, that's where it can be really tough. So, some of those enemies can be a bit aggravating. There we go. Nice menuing there. Then we gotta talk to the mayor. Which, Dr. Flair, the person that we talked to earlier. I guess he was in East, either 1 or 2. But the mayor tasks us, or the chief tasks us with, or mayor, however you want to say it. He tasks us, the elder, there we go. He tasks us with going to the mine. So he gives us the mine key so we can, rescue someone who's happened to be over there. So that's what we're gonna do. We just need to get through the mine. It's gonna defeat some enemies along the way just to get up in better health or better experience. We just need one more level. My splits show life totals just to kind of help me have a better track of where I am in terms of experience level, since your stats are pretty consistent when you level up in this game. So it'll work out okay. Probably one of the hardest dungeons in the game for just gotta be careful. And then we have the first boss fight, which is one of the hardest to learn. So I'm going to focus on this one. I call it the Belcher. It's got to run around it a bunch. Doing good so far. Just gotta be careful when it gets down lower, so then it'll start moving a lot faster. And it'll be now. There we go. So I had some extra health. You can take some damage and just go back and forth and defeat the boss a little bit faster, depending on how much health you have. So just got to be careful with it, and works out okay. So now we're at 52.
We must protect Lord Slanos
Our next level is,
from the clan.
each level gives you 8 HP.
Darkness.
So we need 24 HP. No, 32. We're at 52. We need 24 more. So
What in the world
we just need
happened
3
to
more
Mabo?
levels.
He'll die if we don't get him some help.
So after they're talking to Lemnis here, who is
Adol,
unfortunately
we're going to
transformed
take
into
Lemnos
that
back to the
boss
village. Be
by the
careful on
Clan
your
of
way back.
Darkness, we need to get out of here. We don't have a quick way of doing it, so we have to walk out. So going to first get to the menu and equip that. There's a silver bracelet. Again, it's our experience booster. And just make my way out of here. Not really trying to defeat these enemies, they just happen to be my way. I'm just trying to get out of here as quick as I can. In this game, enemies, as you get up higher in levels, the amount of experience they give lowers. So it's an interesting mechanism to prevent grinding in the same spot the entire game. But it does mean that you have to keep moving forward a little bit. So the game encourages you. It's like, okay, you can grind here, but you need to keep moving on. So it's kind of a fun part of the game in some ways. So then we'll get out of here. Let's go to exit from there. And back to town. And we'll talk to the doctor here. Alright, and then let's get out of here. And just going north a little bit further. Learn that the Clan of Darkness is after something in this next area, so we have to chase him down. And our friend Karn is going to join us. Just going to be moving around here, just defeating enemies as I go, just try to get experience. Karna's a great companion, however, she does, any enemies she defeats, you don't get the experience for, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to keep ahead of her a little bit. And she's not going to actively go after the ones I'm going after, but it's just something to be mindful of. So cool level, and just showing the variety of the dungeons in this game, where it's just not just like a blocky terrain you're crossing. You're actually going through some places that look at least a little organic in terms of like just different shapes rather than just always rectangular rooms or whatever like that. So really neat one. And come up here and we'll get this. Guess what it opens? Treasure boxes. So I do need to get her out of the way, which sometimes works out well, but sometimes she just gets in the way. It's like, oh. That's how the game is. I am going to save here soon because I know the enemies in that spot get to be a little ridiculous or unpredictable. So I'm just going to do that. And we got the Mattock. I need that to kind of build a bridge to the next area or create one with a little bit of destruction. Again, we're going to go to the top tier and then hit that and do that. And get that bracelet again equipped because we need to go up 2 more levels. So there's a really good grind spot later on, but trying to mitigate that grind as best we can. You can see that one enemy did 11 damage to me just in that spot, so it's just enemies can be pretty tough in this area, which is why it can be a little harrowing at times. But we just need to go up 1 more level. Thankfully, saving in this game is extremely quick, so if you feel the need to, you can certainly do it. It does cost a little bit of time every time you save, but it's certainly something that if you're trying to get through this game, get a feel for it, just go for it. Save often. It's going to be worth it. Our health is looking very good right now, so I'm going to... There's a safety refill. I'm just going to go ahead and skip it. I'm comfortable with the boss fight on this one. Probably the most difficult part, or one of the most difficult parts of this, learning this run, is the boss fights. There are a lot of them. It's about, I want to say 16 or 17, and, oh, come on. I burned some time there by accident. Okay, so, now we need to go up 1 more level. We need to defeat some of these. We just need 3 more. Again, I'm just trying to base the enemies just slightly off their alignment. So looking fine there. And I'm just going to go right up to the boss here. Up here, 1, 2, 3, get those hits. Down here. Up, down a little bit. Down here. Up, down a little bit. Come on over. Start attacking. And then over here. Ultimately, just trying to move it so that fire doesn't do too much damage to you. And we get that much there. So we did a good amount with that cycle. Not as much as I would like, but that's okay. We're still doing pretty well here. There we go. Good boss fight. We're going to talk to Sloan. He is one of the 5 disciples of LaFonce, who is the hero of this land. Kind of a demigod-like figure. He's going to give us a wand called the Fire Wand, so we can cast spells. 4 others that we need to get through in this game, but we'll meet them all.
The flames of justice will consume the evil ones. I will now grant you the ability to use magic.
You'll see we'll get MP after this too. So he's giving us not only the fire magic, but the ability to use it. I'm going to equip it and continue on. We're at 84 hit points. We need to go up 2 more levels.
Oh, what's that wand? Is that the treasure?
In this cutscene coming up here, Karna's like, "Where'd you go?" Oh, here you are. And we meet the Clan of Darkness themselves.
we've been unable to figure out how to get that door open.
Excuse me. So,
Well, I guess we're in your debt.
Are you people the clan of darkness?
there's Gaddis.
That's right. I'm Gaddis. You'd better just keep quiet and hand over that wand, cutie.
I am Bami. I don't care if you insist or not.
Oh,
You're all
Bami.
going to die either way.
And I am Garuda.
And Garuda.
That mystic one's very
Believe it or not, they are not good guys
is
in
a
this game.
hindrance to our plan.
They're the antagonists. Can you believe it?
Bami,
Don't they look
kill
like
them.
they're good guys? Come on. They look like the good people.
Nice dodge.
And they laugh, so I mean, they must be happy.
Look at the wall behind you.
This section here, you can fight if you
Surprise.
want, but you're not obligated to defeat them all, so we're just going to go pretty quick here.
Now,
So it's a tough one. Hold up.
kill these two.
Well, that was a tough one there. There we go.
You're not half bad. But this time will be different. I'll turn you both into horrifying monsters. Huh? What the?
Damn! This is all we need. Luck is on your side, you two. Let's go!
I bet that Master Slona was angry. Adel, we need to get out of here.
Alright, so now we got to get out of here. We have these fireballs now. They don't take a lot of magic at all to use. And a lot of times, I'm going, in this section here specifically, I'm going to use them to push the enemies away so I don't take any extra damage. I'm not going to refill any magic or any health before the next boss fight, so I want to just preserve as much as I can. The amount of experience they give right now is going to be very small, since we leveled up a few times. That was a pretty good exit there. Here Karna introduces us to the mechanism of the wind flute. It will call that bird at certain sections that look like that, roofs. And if you're playing it casually, it's a great way to kind of have an idea of where to go. So, very helpful. So, really neat mechanism, just added in there to make sure people knew where to go. This is really a surprisingly friendly game to play in terms of if you're playing it for the first time without a guide. Definitely has some things just to make it a little bit easier for you. Not going to be super easy, but it's still going to be a relatively nice time. Boss battles really, first time playing through this game, the boss battles can be quite a challenge. Just going to make sure I still got it equipped, and I do. Some more great music in this game, the Great Forest of Salsetta. We're in the south part of it. And I'm just defeating enemies a little bit as I go, just to reduce the grind that I have later on. It's not going to be too much of a grind, but every little bit helps. And if you're moving along and you're defeating enemies, you're just... nice little bit of multitasking. Fireballs definitely help a lot, though, just to help preserve your health. Then I'm going to come up to a nice little spot here just to shoot fireballs and just get experience. So, nice little grind spot that doesn't take too long. I just need to get up one more level. Okay, there we go. Nice quick grind. Then we just need to talk to the elder of this town. And then we'll just go further up the tree. Some people who've played Memories of Celceta may recognize some of this game. This is Memories of Celceta is Falcom's making Ys 4 their own way. This one was made by Hudson Soft. Mask of the Sun was made by Tonkin House, and then eventually they made this. So the music is something that they composed. Same with the basic storyline. They just passed different companies to make their own. Make their own game that they would publish, essentially. After Ys 3, 2 people left, including the designer of Ys 3, which was Tomoyoshi Miyazaki, I think is his name. He's went and formed Quintet. Another person who left Falcom at that time also joined there, so why, if you see a little bit when you're playing Illusion of Gaia or Soul Blazer or any of those games, and it feels like a little bit like there's a little bit of ease in it, probably why. Just a little bit of their experience at Falcom probably got brought into that in a few ways. So we're in our first cutscene with a sage. There's 3 of them in this game, and they're going to give us the whole story of the game. Or of the past of Celceta. Here we learn about the Winged Ones, a race that was here. We had a calamity, and then there was only one left. Or not as many left. Oh, come on, eyes, be nice tonight.
Folk who prospered so grew corrupt and greedy. The land was split into 2 bitterly warring factions. The war-torn Celceta was conquered with the schemes and trickery of a man known as the Lord of Slaughter. That man was Aaron. And thus, Celceta was plunged into a dark age.
There we go. My eyes are feeling a little bit better. One bad thing about if you ever get LASIK or PRK, just rectify surgery sometimes, you can, your eyes can get drier. My right eye is just not being good today.
When you have heard the complete tale from all 3 of us, the mysteries of Celceta will be laid bare. Now, be on your way.
Okay. And then before we go, she'll give us a recording. The Orb of Darkness, which is basically a recording of that cutscene. Okay, and then we'll continue on and go up the other way. Hey, Aaron. Thank you very much for the good luck. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Then we're just gonna go this way. Get as much damage. And probably going to do the refill here just to be safe. Won't take too long, but it does help us a little bit if we need. Very cool, buddy. And then we have a very painful boss. At least it has been painful for me lately. Great music though. There we go. Better. Sounds like a great time going through that list, buddy.
My name is Talon.
We'll need to go up 4 more
I am
levels
the spirit
for
of
the
the
next
great
boss fight.
forest. The wicked creatures that surround this area grow in strength and numbers daily.
Here's the next disciple, Talon.
Last art test.
Will give us
So too,
the altar
will
magic.
power grow.
It'll allow us to change into the form of a Roo, right, which I guess is a common creature in Ys games. And I guess you can change in that form on Ys Book 2, I want to say.
Into the great woods.
Alright, so then we'll just head out here. I hope they keep coming, buddy. All depends on how the RNG decides to be tonight. This game has definitely a lot of enemy RPG. Or enemy RNG. Well, so far it's going good though. Weekend the bosses were just last weekend the bosses were just horrible to me. So I'm hoping that they're a little bit nicer today. The Rhoda ring. Okay, so then put that and that and keep going. Back to some of my favorite music in the game. Great Forest of Salsetta. I can give my right eye a break here. Been a little irritated. Not sure what the deal is. Very much good time for Alien Dance, for sure.
Garuda. It looks like that red-haired swordsman has gotten Talim's power, too.
I see. He is just getting stronger and stronger. This is no good.
Bless. If only I killed him then.
He's dead the next time I see him!
Yeah, I think that's what happened to
Sure,
me there.
he's still around here somewhere.
Now hold on. Don't be so
We
hasty.
should be fine.
We'll come back to the holy grounds. But now we have to report in.
Again? Why
One-eyed
do we
razor,
always have
wow.
to ask him for instructions every turn?
Very nice there, buddy.
Haven't we been over this? First, we have to gain its confidence. Once we have
Yeah,
that,
yeah, I get it. Whatever you say.
Can always expect the absolute best response from Absolute Aaron. And for others, if you want to check out someone running some retro achievements on Super Nintendo and other stuff, why don't you go ahead and check out Absolute Aaron.
I suppose I'd better cut down this bridge so that swordsman can't cross. Hmm?
Another kind of promo type thing this weekend. I think it starts on Friday. Midwest Speed Fest is holding the Icebreakers Marathon. Bunch of speed runs. And for a little marathon for that weekend that is benefiting a bunch of organizations that are basically helping Minnesotans defending against ice.
You're hurt.
So, fantastic cause. Definitely encourage checking them out this weekend.
Dropped in so suddenly.
That is Midwest Speed Fest, I think
Your
is
accent's
their
kinda
Twitch
cute for a
channel.
demon.
I think that's where that's going to be held.
Okay,
So,
this should make it better.
really good stuff there.
Be careful on your way home. Bye-bye.
I'll see if it is. Do my best. Have fun. Try to do better than I did the other nights, the other days. Make sure I go the right ways too.
Oh,
And if you still want to check RPGs as well, Questing for Glory 8 I think is on right now on RPG Limit Breaks channel. So, good stuff to see. Anywho,
still hurt.
here's Lisa. We can technically skip talking to her, but that would block us from getting into that castle that she's looking at right now.
You can see almost
So,
the whole
we
forest
do have to
from
end up
here.
talking to her. It is what it is.
Isn't it beautiful?
But you could skip it if you
Ever
want,
since
but
I
it's not
was a
going to help you.
child, I'd come up here whenever I was feeling sad. You would always make me
Cool
feel
thing
better.
that Mabo found, I think,
even
is
helped
there's
me to
some
forget
places
about
where
it for a
when you
while.
are in this roof form,
Sorry. I'm
either
just rambling.
cutscenes are shorter or they just, you don't have the conversational
if I
part of
stop
it.
now?
So, really good stuff.
Well, you take care. Bye.
Very cool, buddy. Oh, Seven Saga. Did you play the original one or the one that's act to be actually a lot more enjoyable? I've not played through Seventh Saga myself, though I've heard very good things about it. I just had a bad time playing it back then when I was younger, because I think I was very terrible at it. I'm not going to call it a bad game because of that, though. Who forgot to equip his bracelet? Yes, it was me. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was very difficult. Oh, I want to get that ash. Come on. There we go. Well, I suppose they do something similar to like Final Fantasy VIII or whatever, and just allow have it where enemies can kind of level up with you a little bit. I mean, it's kind of nice to have a little bit of that scaling, but if it gets ridiculous, it's kind of it'd be kind of rough. Woof. I don't know, sometimes it's nice to have those extra options, though. And you go up a few levels here. One level. Two levels. That was a nice blue monster, at least. Came down 3 levels. Oh, you butt. 3 levels so far. more level up, and then we'll continue on. Maya's starting to finally relax a little bit more, which is good. Almost there. Okay. I think part of it too is picking the right party members as well. I've heard you can pick someone that makes things easy or pick someone that makes it really hard. I think I picked like the hardest person at times, mainly like just because Nintendo Power picked it, so I thought I had to do it that way, and it would have been so much easier if I didn't do it that way. So no worries. Cozy Cough Foy 73. Get out of here. Don't be doing that here. Okay. Good so far. Oh, you farting butt. Boss sometimes can really just eat up your shots somehow. There we go. Still good. Gotcha. We did not change in that form she would talk to us, so that's why we wanted to do that.
Hold it! Coming here unprepared was pretty.
Yeah, I think that was what happened to me back then renting it. It felt like
Just hand
I
over
got to a
those
point at
terrific
the
ones
inn
you have.
or at a town where I got to an inn
You get me?
and it felt like I was kind of soft locked in a way, like I could not beat that
Shut up!
person that was there. So it was
If you
just
don't
rough.
comply, I'll gutter like a fish. Got it? That's perfect. Now, just sit back and watch closely as the girl dies. You're just as big a coward as ever, Garuda.
Doran! What the hell are you doing here?
I come here looking for the Gold City, and I find my old comrades. What's wrong?
Okay, there we go.
No warm welcome for Master Durin, former clansman of darkness?
We have the wands. We don't have to waste any more time.
These
on
characters are so.
Let's go.
Are you sure they're bad? I guess they are.
I'm so sorry. It's my fault that you gave up those wands.
I don't think I leveled up too much when I was playing
Hey,
at
now.
7th Saga back then. I was.
What's the deal, Adol?
A lot of games I would just
Getting
try
involved
to
anywhere?
just run from battles most of the
What a
time
massive
and
disappointment.
just
Oh, right.
fight only when I
Just so you
absolutely
know,
had to.
I'm not in league with those people anymore.
Worked pretty well
I
for
took
Final
battles
Fantasy
with the Clan of
2
Darkness sometime
for,
back.
Super Nintendo back then, but
You can
didn't
believe
realize
it or
that was the
not,
easy
your
version of that
choice.
game. Can't really do that
But
so
you need
much
to follow
when you're
them.
playing 4.
Don't worry about the girl. I'll protect her. You just head in after them.
Yeah, that's a tough thing with some of those. Alright, we get to relax a little bit since we've got quite a bit of time. I think it's about 7 minutes or so.
I told you not to come here. Oh, you're adult.
We get to see Eldiel.
My name is Eldiel, descendant of the great winged ones. I've heard about you. It's an honor to meet the fabled savior.
The song "How Do You Talk to an Angel" is not appropriate for this part of the game.
Think back to the final battle for East with the demon known as Dar. Did he look something like this?
Well, this game has a lot of them. Definitely has a lot of cutscenes like this. I tried to see if you could skip them, like by opening the disc tray on my PC Engine when I was playing on that, but nope, you can't. It just shuts off the music for a little bit and then it just continues back where you started, so it's not worth doing. Yeah, absolutely. This run, being a 3-hour run, it's nice to have those breaks when needed. This gives you time just to, just take a breather a little bit, especially when you have tense fights or whatever. Just relax a little.
The power of the speaking stone will be conferred to me. Behold! And now, all of the stone's power, it's mine. This is magnificent.
Are you sure he's not a good guy? He's smiling and he's happy, he's laughing. Okay, maybe he's a bad guy.
The stone!
And I'm not finished yet. When I am joined with the mask of the sun, the true source of power, all will be in readiness. It's that time the world will bow down at my feet. This place is useless to me now. At all? Your trivial metal ends here. Die.
So what he did was he rubbed his wings together quite a bit since it was dry in there, and then he just did static shock right at him.
Now nothing stands in my way.
Okay, maybe
Now,
not.
let's go.
That'd be pretty rough. Well, I suppose with if you have two wings with those feathers all rubbing together, that'll generate a lot of electricity. So then, yeah, maybe you could shoot out kind of a lightning bolt like that.
Then he said he was going to try and track down those 3 of the clan. My father, Schultz, has something he wants to tell you. Please hear him out.
I really think this guy looks like Joseph Joestar. There we go. From I keep forgetting the name of the second JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series. Battle Tendency. There we go.
That duty was me. None
Like
of the
Joseph
villagers
Joestar
or the
near
elders
the
in my
end
father
of
said
that
I visited
series
the
looks
sacred district.
more like that.
I do not know why that man inhabits the sacred district, but he
Just grabbing a
is the
picture.
last survivor of the winged ones.
Okay,
Eldiel used to be very kind-hearted.
It's close-ish, just because at that point Joseph has a bandana and kind of a big thing around his neck, so kind of a either scarf or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if they based it off of that or not. Because let's see when Battle Tendency came out. That had to have been. Let's see, when was that one? 1987 to 1989. So they might have had that influence in their head a little bit. But there in Stardust Crusaders was happening. No, Stardust Crusaders just ended around that time? Wow.
He changed. But that change didn't occur until after the Clan of Darkness.
Oh, I did not realize Diamond is Unbreakable was 92 to 95.
I'm certain that those three did something to
Alright, we can play
poison
again soon here. Let's JoJo speak. So great show, I think, but just if you're not as much into, it does get a little gory at times. It may not be your cup of tea. But I like it. Okay, so let's go over here and get the sand whistle. We'll get to use it once because, of course, we do. And then we shall go get it equipped. Alright, not today there. Unfortunately, in that last cutscene that we were at, with when the Clan of Darkness was there, they had Lisa in a hostage situation and took our two wands, the fire magic and altar magic. So we don't get to use those, unfortunately. So it kind of stinks. We get those two mechanisms and then they're just ripped away. So farting butts. So now we gotta keep going on here and get some nice music that feels like it would be perfect on the Weather Channel around that time. Trying to go down this as quick as we can and go further. And then we just need to play the flute here. And equipped. And we're going to go towards the next boss fight. Definitely equipping the herb this time because we are going to absolutely, more than likely, use it during this fight. Hey, it's another temple of a disciple of that great hero of Celceta, LaFonce. So, keep going here. So we're going to go back and forth on this spot here. And then just a lot of walking around hoping that the boss gets back to that pattern again. I'm not sure if this is something that's affected by movement or whatever, but I usually like to stay around this area just to make it a little bit easier. My big goal right now is to get this done in 2 cycles, just to mitigate the amount of RNG on this part. So. Heal with that herb. There we go. Still doing fine. Beat the boss.
I am Miu, servant of Celceta's guardian.
Rady's going to give us the warp magic, which we can use to, guess what? Warp to different towns. So, very useful.
All life in the world will be in torment.
After this, we need to equip that and equip the bracelet again.
All barriers can be overcome.
You may notice I haven't been saving before boss battles. If you die during a boss battle, it will automatically bring you right before that boss battle. So, nice little convenience there in the game. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now on to the next part of the quicksand and relaxing music. So there's a nice little path they can keep going with. And shouts to Mabo for finding this stuff. His videos on Nico Nico Doga have been extremely valuable for getting this all figured out. Because he already figured it out quite a few years ago, so it's really nice to have that. And he's also active on the Discord for ease, so it's really just really great person there. We're going to do a cool glitch he found. You just hold right here and you just can skip right through that. Normally you would have to walk all the way around and kind of go the other way, so very helpful there. And we're getting up here as quick as we can. And hark, we see someone who's having a rough time running to the right, so let's follow.
I said this was an emergency! Won't any of you come help? Fine then! To hell with all of you!
Alright, so he's leaving, and we're going to warp to the first part of the game. That Promalock that we're at. Not the very, very first, but this place here. And we're going to get a nice sword. Then we're going to go back to the Fire Village. And we need an herb again, so we're going to get one of those. And then we're going to go back to the mine. There is a chest in the mine that requires that treasure box key we found at Fire Mountain. Now, we could have gotten it sooner, but since we didn't have the warp wand at the time, you'd have to walk back out and everything. So since we have the warp wand, we'll be able to warp out right after we get that. So it's a great way of doing that just to save a little bit of time. And it's not too detrimental getting it later anyway, so. One thing to note about the rings in this game, that rotor ring that I've been equipping once in a while, it's extremely useful because it actually recovers, allows you to slowly recover your MP. The power ring doubles damage that you do against enemies, but no rings do not work against bosses, so. Those two, and that's equipped, and we're set. I'm going to do a little bit more saving up top since there is a lot of spots where I can just die very quickly. Notice I have not been buying armor at all during this run. Armor will eventually get a really good armor, but we're not going to get any of that until we get to that point, so it does make things a little dicey. Thank you, Ferial. Hope you're doing well. And thanks for the lurking. All good stuff. These enemies are difficult because they can do a lot of damage, and they're extremely deadly because they move in more than one direction. Like that. So, no worries. They give a lot of experience, so it's not horrible if I die to one of them. I just need to make sure I save accordingly. Just be careful on that fight. There we go.
Damn you! Damn you! Let Tim go, you frozen monster! Ah, damn it! Oh, you're just in time. I don't know who you are, but please help me!
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, it's moving! Ah, but I won't run away! I'll save you, Tim! Ah!
Hopefully it helps. Hopefully my streams help you, buddy. That will pass the time a little bit more. Okay. Horrible boss time. Probably have to use the herb at some point, which is fine. Go ahead and do it. Still a painful boss to fight. It's a lot of the bosses in this game, even if you know how to fight them, they can still be rough. It's just sometimes their patterns can just be a little odd or whatever else. There we go. Good fight.
Oh, thank you, swordsman. Oh, Tim, are you hurt?
I'm fine, Grandpa. My leg's a little sore, but it's just a scratch.
Don't wander away from the village again. You hear me, boy? Huh? Now let's go.
So far, we're getting further than we have on other days, so that's good.
Thanks, mister. My name's Tim. I'm from Libra Village. Since you helped me out, I'll tell you a secret. A little bit past here is an old village called Venus. The only person left there is this really old wise man. Grandpa says I'm not supposed to go play over there by myself, though. He thinks I'll just get in more trouble. But he probably won't yell at you if you go instead. Oh, and if you ever come to Libra, maybe we can play.
Well, swordsman, we're going to head back to Libra. Feel free to visit us anytime.
And then we're going to equip the gold bracelet because the next section that we're going to be doing grinding, we're just going to go for gold anyway. Then we have Headlight Baby or Lighthouse Baby, I don't know.
Chosen warrior. My name is Enzo. I have crossed time and borrowed this body to tell you the history of Cell 7. Close your eyes
There we
and
go.
hear the voice of my spirit.
Another cutscene.
In the early days of Aram's reign of terror,
Timed pretty nice because that ice battle,
ruin along with its
that's probably one of the harder ones to learn and get
was a
down.
dark age.
Just
Power
because
replaced justice.
some of those ice, the way they move, it's just kind of weird. They all kind of like,
But
it
one
goes towards one way, then it kind of goes another way. It's just wild.
that hero was Lafonce.
So here we learn about La France,
Along with
which
his
is not
followers,
French for the
fought
fonts.
under the flag of
But
fellowship and justice.
I wish it was, but I still like to call him like Arthur Fonzarelli or the Fonts, but Fonzie. And there he has his disciples that you recognize some of them, including the Cid. That's Talum, Roddy, Terry, Sleepy, and Bashful. Slow on, that's back there.
Fought alongside the Fonts against Aram's forces. At the end of the bloody battle, the Fonts and his 5 disciples defeated
Here was the great battle of shoulder pads. The really big versus the humble double. The double doubles.
The Fonts founded the Selcetan dynasty with himself
But then
as ruler.
they rested
Newly crowned king
better on his shoulders afterwards.
Land of the Winged Ones, where he was given the source of greatest power, the Mask of the Sun. King LaFonce used that power to build a great citadel overnight, and the mask was enshrined at its center in the Temple of the Sun. Then, to help control the power of the mask, a twin was fashioned, the Mask of the Moon. The Selcetan dynasty, with the blessings of 2 masks, saw unprecedented prosperity, with humans and Winged Ones working in peace and brotherhood, and thus a golden age began.
He also taught everybody the cool 80s haircuts, how they could be. We get another recording, the Orb of Light. And then here we'll warp back to the Water Village. And see how Grandpa and Timmy are doing.
It's good to be home. Jimmy, how you feeling, boy?
I'm fine, Grandpa. Look, I'll show you.
Apparently, Timmy runs with sonic
My legs.
spin sounds. But
Something's wrong.
Hey, Tim, what's wrong?
Grandpa, I can't move my legs.
What on earth?
and we'll have to find a doctor to help him out, since there isn't one here. But
Demon's poison.
we've already been to the place with the doctor a couple times, so let's go there again.
No doctors in the village. What do I do?
We'll go to this village. We got to get an herb anyway, so it works out well. Usually you always want to have an herb. It helps you out quite a bit on this. And then Dr. Flare. Cool thing is he knows we have warp magic, so that we can get to the village faster. It's like kind of cool that he knows that story-wise. Okay, so talk to the people we needed to, and we gotta talk to Gilliam. He's gonna let us use his raft to get to the next section, to help us get to where the Salsetta flower is. And just make sure that I've got, yep, everything's looking good equipment-wise, so we should be good. This next section, I generally save, because monsters here can be really rude. You have these flying birds that can just attack you for a lot. It's kind of like the revenge of them from early on in the game. So, staying up here just so we can get to that transition a little bit faster. I'm going to go to the right side of here and hold right. As I'm moving, I'm going to hold left, and then it'll get me right back on as quick as I can. And again, back up here. Save. And back up top here. I am using a 6-button controller that does give me a few more shortcuts than if I was using 2-button mode. So they just help me get to some of the menus a little bit faster. And something that they built into the game, it's not a hack or anything, this was just part of the original game. They had these shortcuts that you can use. So we'll use them just to help ourselves out. Why not? We went through all the effort to code it. Let's use it. Speaking of coding and effort, look at this perspective change. It's so cool. So cool there. And we've covered here. And people to provide first aid are the worst people that could have been. No offense, Clan of Darkness, but
You're a
it
persistent
would have been
one.
nice to see someone else
You
besides
still
you.
don't get that there's nothing you can do against us, do you?
I'll just kill him now!
No, just killing him won't be any fun. I've got a much better idea in mind. What a perfect fit! Now you'll roam the forest.
Now we
with
look
me and
either
your
like
wretched days.
a mass of marshmallows with some strawberries in it. I don't know. Not quite how we should look. And then right back up here. And I will save here. The enemies here can be a little rough. And it's basically, if you don't have a lot of room to take them out normally, it can be kind of a risk. Like if you're getting close and you're pinning them up against the wall, it can be kind of a tough spot
That's
there.
where the Sig fact is. Now it's clear where the Mask of the Moon is.
I think that's LDL in there because it sounds like
Begin
LDL.
your preparations.
As you
So,
wish, Master
Grid is
Eldiel.
talking to LDL, getting further guidance. And we'll go around here and find a nice tablet of sorrow in the ground. Then, let's keep making our way. Beat enemies a little bit as we go, just to get a little bit more experience as we go. Mainly for the gold. And keep going further. And we'll talk to the last sage of the three.
Many years for your arrival, young hero. Though I may look strange to you, you know very well.
I think it's cool you talk to someone who's
My name
pretty
is
oldish, talk to a baby, and then you talk to
the end of
pretty much a corpse. So, kind of a mummy.
After the demise of LaFonce and the five disciples,
Learn about
power
Sig
of the
fact
Mask
or
of the
Dark
Sun
fact
was
and
handed
stuff.
down to their descendants. Several hundred years had passed, and eventually,
Whereas
peaceful times of Salsetta
a
came.
gaudy, well, at least the rubies match his nice little cloak he has going, and his eyes. Well, those look to be yellowish, but his horns are red too. So I guess that coordinates pretty well.
Seeking the Mask of the Sun. It was believed that LaFonce's fortress city would be able to withstand any assault. But then, tragedy struck. The Mask of the Sun's only controlling influence, the Mask of the Moon, fell into Siegfact's hands. Sieg used the power of the Mask of the Moon to subvert the Mask of the Sun to his twisted purpose. Because of this, the Mask of the Sun became unstable, and eventually, a great crisis befell Salsetta. Earthquakes, famine, pestilence, and demons appeared.
Make sure you hide the mask of the sun or know where you put it.
The descendants
Maybe
of
just
the
put it in a
five
place that has
disciples
good
used the
MFA or
Mask to
whatever.
their strength.
I don't know.
In order to
Make sure it
seal
stays
away the
safe.
power of the rampaging Mask of the Sun, the entire city was sunken deep into the earth. In time, the entire area was covered with forest. The ground of Salsetta was swallowed by the dense sea of trees. There now remains no evidence that it ever existed at all.
Okay, that was the last of those historical cutscenes that we'll have.
Long last complete. Now go.
So we learned a lot.
The seal upon the Mask of
Educational.
the Sun must never be broken.
And We get a recording in the weirdest way. Yeah, definitely get some good breaks here. Good pacing in this game. Ugh. See why these enemies are pretty rough. Hit me pretty quick there and took my damage down over half the damage, so it's okay to save as you need to. Yes. Only just each time you save is about a second, but sometimes doing that as you need to is a lot better than dying and everything else. So it's just that was close. Just easing the tension for yourself a bit. Alright, and there's that Salsetta flower we need. But unfortunately, the place was not OSHA approved, and that collapsed. They'll get a violation and a ticket, but let's move on. And again, saving just because we definitely want to make sure we don't have to repeat some of this stuff. I still have the gold bracelet equipped, so it does make accumulating gold a little bit faster. I'm just trying to get to 10,000. I do have another grind I have to do later, so I want to save the experience part for that, since I'll get better experience from those enemies. So I'm just going to do this part here like this. And there we go. So I'm going to switch to the silver bracelet, and we're set for that. Sadly, we don't get to be in this form long. We're going to change right away to this because we found some great water. And we're back to the village. And I'm going to switch the ring to the Rhoda ring, just so that we can start gaining a little bit more of our MP back as we go. And we'll talk to the Elder. And we'll talk to Lemnos. So you remember from the beginning of the game, he was the first boss for a little bit. So we can see that he's doing much better. Cool. Doctor's ready to go. So show him the Tablet of Sorrow, which indicates that the Mask of the Moon is somehow tied to Asteria, the area of the first game, and at the beginning of this game, so we'll be going for that. We get to ride on a ship, but before that we're going to go into this bar and exit the bar right away. And trying to get around, hopefully make sure enemies don't get after us, or these enemies, NPCs. This moves so fast sometimes, it can be like they talk, it's like, oh, don't break the vibe, enemies. And another cutscene. So far, so good going through this run. Not too bad. Got a little bit of red, but sometimes you get those unexpected deaths, or boss battles can just be a little bit finicky. A little bit more RNG to some of these than in Soul Blazer. So, all good stuff.
That is precisely it. With the Mask of the Moon, the Golden City will be yours.
Very well then. My men are at your command. And you'll bring it back to me.
What's this? I've never seen anything like it.
Okay.
This was seized from that red-haired swordsman a while ago when he was arrested nearby.
One thing to remind is that on
It feels comfortable to hold, but none of us can use
February 8th, a week from this Sunday, I'll be on RPG Limit Break's Random Encounters, showcasing this game at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, noon Eastern Time. I put my estimate at 3 hours and 40 minutes, though I think it's dropped quite a bit since I've been getting better at this. But after that will be Jotunheim is going to be running Ease versus Trails in the Sky alternate saga, so really good stuff to see. That game's more of an arena battler, but uses the system of Ease 7, so it's really fun to try. I'm trying to play it myself. So. Another Mabo thing, I think, here. You can just warp to town and skip 2 screens. Save yourself a very quick way to save some time there. But you'll notice my MP is around 11. So I'm not going to... so that's why I have that rotor ring equipped, just to recover that. So I'll need to warp again in about 10 minutes or so. This area might look familiar to those who played Ys Book 1 and 2. I haven't played that in a long time. Like, I think I played it in 2020, I want to say. That was the last time I really played it. So it's been a while. My memory's a little fuzzy on that one. We're going to show the Tablet of Sorrow to someone who can read about it for us. Since it's in the ancient language of Ys. Learns that it's from here, and it mentions the Mask of Great Power. So, and she told us to check out the abandoned mine. So that's what we're gonna do. And we need to equip the silver harmonica and go to the mine. And this place can be a little long, or just at first kind of tough to figure out where to go, but eventually get the hang of it. A lot of the areas here, it's kind of going a clockwise one, so we kind of went clockwise here. We're going to go clockwise again, except a little bit sooner we're going to go right up to here. Last one's more of a bit of both, but still kind of the same general idea. Wow, I'm getting better at dodging all the NPCs here, which is good. I'll say that, and okay, good, I dodged that one as well. I'll go here and play a harmonica, and we'll have another cutscene. Oh, so much work. Oh. Ugh. I think what's helping too is I'm drinking plenty of water. My right eye feels a lot better.
Adol, can you hear
Right eye
me?
feels a lot better.
It is I, Fina, goddess of ease. Much as I hate it, there's no time to celebrate our reunion. Your strength is needed once more.
Have you been well, Adol? It's Lair. According to the stone tablet you carry, we goddesses came originally from Eldine, homeland of the Winged Ones, along with the Black Pearl.
Please think back to the legends of the Great Forest. We left Eldine for Salsetta, as did the Mask of the Sun with the Winged Ones of that time. Eldil is the last of their kind.
The only bad thing is just very flashy, very blinky. Like they're trying to get that ethereal look to them. but it does make the screen like
In order
right
to
now
reveal
on the
how
stream it's not
deep
as
the mask of the
fast,
moon
but on my CRT it's just like
stolen
very
from
fast
the legends
frequency of that blink.
700 years ago by Sikh Fat, who took it to Asteria. He then used the
Yeah,
power of the mask of the moon
it's
to
very
summon
good
Dharm.
because
Dharm's revived
anyone who has
and
epilepsy would not have a good
of his
time,
direct
or who's
access.
sensitive to, has
So long
photosensitivity, would not have a good time with it.
Indeed, Sikh Fact is the original form of Dark Fact.
That part's so fun to me. She just keeps going a little bit.
Are frantically searching for the mask of the moon.
Part of the charm of this.
Now, we will give it to you.
Imperfections add a
It's
little bit of
massive
goodness to it
eyes
in their own
used
way.
to reveal hidden passages. It is, in truth, the mask of the moon itself. Whatever happens, you must safeguard it, please.
Adol, someone's coming!
Got the mask of the moon. Then we'll warp back to town because someone kidnapped Lilia, a person from this town who has a crush on Adol. And we'll equip some stuff. So we're gonna equip that, and then switch to Silver Bracelet. Now we're ready for the next grind time at Darm Tower. Gosh darn it! There you go. Then another spot where we're gonna grind, but probably save a bunch because the enemies here hit really hard. They hit very hard, so we gotta be very careful. We need to, we're at 180. We need to go up 3 levels. Okay, that was really good. The nice thing here is there's lots of these soldiers here, but they can also do a lot of damage. They just need to be careful. We do want to have some damage by the end of this, but we don't need to get it too much right away. Again, it's just trying to make sure that we're kind of moving as we need to avoid kind of walking right, kind of directly in line with them. Okay, now it's a little risky, but that's okay. The other thing is you have a lot of them, so they kind of join as you're walking some of the other ones, so it's just like you have to be cautious on it, and then you're okay. And save as you need to. It's all good. Better than dying unexpectedly. See, they move unexpectedly, move up a little bit. Just, it's rude. There we go. Probably going to start making our way to the next section. There we go. Alright. Yeah, this game thankfully gives you the ability to save very quickly. If you die, it's not too long of a little thing to load back up, so they really made it a friendly game to play in really good ways. Not too easy, but it's a challenge that feels very fair. Okay, so that was scary for me. But we survived. Big key if you're in a kind of a risky spot in this game, just get yourself saving at the beginning of each room and it'll help you out quite a bit. Go. This item we really want. It's going to give us a free level up whenever we use it. And when it's much later in the game where level ups are a lot slower, it's going to really give us a nice boost. Nice time save there. Got mixed up a little bit which way to go. Technically you can go either way. I think they're equal distance from each other in terms of to get to this room here. Then there's that, and then wrong thing. There we go. Attack, wall, and then keep going. And we are going to equip the herb and save because enemies can one-shot us right now if we're not careful. It's just a little bit of moving with confidence, but also care. Because these enemies can be really rude. We already equipped the herb, so we should be fine for the next section here. Alright, so you'll see why we want the lower health coming up on this boss battle. The next boss battle is one that we're supposed to lose, so being lower health will help us end that faster.
Adol, be careful! Keith has...
So you've come with the Mask of the Moon, just as expected. Trust the noble hero to
So there's Dark Fact, there's Sig Fact, and we're fighting against the Scion. Keith Fact.
Now we're going to see just how noble you really are. Keith, descendant of Fact. Kill Adol!
And Keith is a cool name. I mean, the lead singer of Prodigy, God rest his soul, was his name is Keith. So
Adol,
good name.
you must die.
Nothing against Keith. All right. That was a good battle there. So. And we'll hide behind him just for fun. You can't see me. You can't see me. Peekaboo. There I am. There I am there.
Keith will be all right. We will no longer allow evildoers to manipulate the minds of Asterians.
Nice refill there.
It looks like this is already
That's why
true.
you don't have to worry about being at full health before that battle. It's
Brave warrior.
you're good.
The rest falls
This
to
next
you.
battle, though, is going to be a focus one for me because it is not an easy battle.
What the hell was that?
It's easy when you know the patterns, but
What's
learning it.
wrong, Keith?
It's a very precise movement battle.
Damn it.
So
Now you'll get the honor of fighting the great Gaddis personally.
do our best against Gaddis. Who gets mad when we call him Gladys by accident.
You will never escape this
And those more because
power
he's
alive.
smiling. Kind of a pun thing rather than like the name Gladys or whatever. A few hits that way there. Been following along. And we can kind of get some hits just following along there. And try not to get too many hits that way because it's a little tough. Okay, that's a good pattern so far. Very close on this battle. Good fight. And you'll notice when he was doing those downward attacks, those are fireballs he was throwing at us. And he was actually charging. Like you saw his health bar blinking really fast, like flashing like ours did. Such a cool element in this game. It's like, okay, he's the one who took that magic from us. We're getting it back from him. Tying it all together. Very cool.
Adolf, thank you so much. Keith will probably recover.
This
Hey,
ends our trip
William,
to
are you guys
Asteria.
all right?
Dogie!
I heard the whole thing and came running after you guys.
This section going back to Asteria, I hear, is not in the Mask of the Sun for Super Nintendo.
I am all right.
That's probably
Gaddis used
the
some
progression in that game's a
transformation
lot
technique on
different
me,
than this one.
and
It's probably
I'm sorry, everyone.
like if you took the base
I'm
framework of the two,
descendant of a
pretty
priest
darn
of
close. But
mental discipline.
you got two different
And I
games. It's just
let
really
myself
cool that
get
that
control.
exists that way.
Don't worry.
And then you added Memories of
let's
Cell
get
Setting.
outta
You have
here.
3 games you can play if you really like this type of thing here. So really good stuff. Now that Dr. Flare has the elixir, we are going back here. I'm going to equip that just to make it so I am mashing the one button and not accidentally mashing too much else.
Huh? Grandpa?
Oh, Tim, you understand me?
Of course I can. Don't
There is
worry
so
about
much
it,
of this game
Grandpa.
involved around this dang kid. But
If you
however,
hadn't rescued me, I think I would have been bored forever. I've got to go play a while.
Hey, wait, Tim, it's dangerous out. You don't leave the village, you hear me? I swear that kid's gonna be the death of me. But he's well again, so that's what matters. Dr. Flare and all. Thank you very much. If not for you two, oh.
Well, I'm glad we got here in
one of
time.
those times where it's just
So what
like,
are you
oh
gonna
yeah,
do now?
move towards the dang
Me? Well,
character
I'm
there.
gonna go.
Someday I'll have this one just perfect on the route, but there's a lot of details on this
Well, it
game.
sure does look like Tim's doing a lot better.
I mean, I can fit about 2 playthroughs of Soul Blazer in this.
Knock it off.
If I'm
that's
at my peak Soul Blazeriness.
Hey, wait up.
Hey, Tim, wait! Adolf, I really think it's important that we keep this between you and me. For now, at least. Yeah, the villagers already have enough problems as it is. What's that, my boy? He couldn't have gotten far. I mean, he just left.
And then we're going to equip the silver bracelet because we have a bit of grinding to do. We'll definitely save before this because some of the monsters, again, were later on in the game, so our armor is still barely armor. So we need to make sure that we're being, pretty cautious on some of this. So. And these enemies are deadly because they also move upward as we are attacking them, which can kind of mess up our vibe that we're trying to have with them. So, now these silver enemies, these minotaurs, are the ones that are going to give me the best experience. I'm trying to stay on the screen because going back and forth off the screen does not help me. It adds a little bit of load time, so if I do that, it is completely unintentional. Sometimes the control being a little bit like that. That's okay. go up one more level. Part of it is just that precise movement. And make sure that we're there we go. And let's continue on. I calculated out the amount of time it takes to get that extra level is about the amount of time it takes.
I get
It saves me
You want to take me home, right?
against that boss,
Not gonna happen.
so it's worth doing it. And it's one of my favorite songs in the game. Theme of Adol 93. That horse gallop riff that I really like. Exactly. First time you play through this dungeon, it's like, oh, it's so long. Such a long dungeon to get through, and then when you get used to it, it's like, oh, this is a pretty short dungeon to get through. There we go. Not sure if I ended up saving that time because I was a little fumbly there, but that's okay. Nice little Mabo route there. Just to using a little bit of diagonals to help you save a little bit of time for a faster route through that fire floor. Big shouts to Mabo for that. Been very supportive, I will say, for me learning this run. It's just fantastic show of sport and positive attitude there. Down and up and right and left, downish, left and this way, and then out. Mabo still has it, technically. Or at least I consider him having the world record on this. His time was 3 hours, 10 minutes, and 57 seconds. It was on the PS Vita using the PSN's PC Engine Archive version of this game. But otherwise, pretty darn close. So I have the fastest time on speedrun.com, but on Nico Nico Doga, he has the fastest time. It is a segmented video as well, but it was a straight run. But I think it's segmented because that might be just how Nico Nico Doga is. Japan's version of YouTube.
And then I tracked you all the way here from there. But if I hadn't shown up when I did, you'd probably be dead, so that
Hey,
means...
mister, who's this?
It was you? You led Edel to a place like this. Anyway, let's hurry up and get out of here.
Ah! Let go! Let me go!
Oh, shut up. Come on, let's go!
Kind of feel for the kid, but then after seeing all the trouble this kid gets through, it's like, well, okay, kid, you've really asked for it. But, I don't know. Still kind of like a weird vibe to it. I love how he picks on Dogi, where he's like, You could have gone through this door instead of breaking the wall. Okay, so equip the herb and boss battle coming up here.
Hold it.
Against Scary Gaddis.
You and me this time. It's me, Gaddis. Remember me from Darm Tower? I remember you. You may have killed me once. However, Master Eldiel gave me one last chance for redemption. This
Took me
time
out of the
will
oven
be
way
different.
too soon.
Now you
Is why my eye
die.
looks like this. Alright. Okay. Focus time here. That works. A late split because my legs were crossed, but oh well. Now we finally have some better armor. Then we're going to equip that one and that. We can leave the rest as they are. I am going to put that one there. So we're going to be doing some grinding in a bit. I guess I could have switched the ring, but it really doesn't matter right now. We gotta do some swimming soon. Ugh. Okay. There we go. Sometimes it's easy to go to the wrong place. And there we go. And we'll just avoid people here because, again, conversations cost time. Thankfully, since we're in this form, enemies will not hurt us. They'll just talk to us. And I've been actually pretty good so far in this run in avoiding enemy conversations. But there we go. Well, they can still be pretty fast and get in your way like that happened. And again down the river. Down the fun waterfall. So we get it. I think we jump off of that. Instead of landing there with our butt. I don't know. Yeah, not quite that, but then we'll go like this. That. And I think we still have bracelet equipped. We do, so. And we need to go up a few levels. We're at 232. 236 we were at, so. Again, bump combat, sometimes it feels good, sometimes it just does not. Great place to grind though. Just gonna check my level real quick. We're at 260. And it's going to just because it's so fast, I just go ahead and get up one more level, I think. Okay, so then we did that. And I can switch. And probably do that, and then talk to her. And then get that. Then we will warp to the Fire Village. And we'll equip those. We need to be back in our original equipment to sneak back into the fort. Fort's a habit for trying to buy the herb. That's okay. Kind of shows sometimes it's okay if you don't use that herb. Or if you use that herb, it's okay during a boss battle. There's lots of opportunities along the route to buy another one. So, works out well. See, these enemies really don't give us much anymore. Probably one experience each of that. So, there is essentially a in order to get to one of the places further on, we need to get the black potion. In order to make it, we need to get another ingredient that happens to be here. I think it's called Ketty powder or something like that. But essentially it's just dynamite. So, do that person talking, sounding the alarm. It's important because then it'll move some guards that are blocking a stairway back further. Specifically that one. And what will we have coming up here? That's right, another cutscene with General Leo. Now it's important to keep in mind on that equipment if you're playing this casually. You can get that equipment later on. It does require a little bit more. Like, you have to find the right potion for it and the right ingredients. And it can be a little difficult to find that one. Alright, so You see the warp menu coming up quite a bit is because the button for advancing text is the same as the one for casting magic or for opening the menu, and I'm just opting instead just the one that doesn't need that part. So right, then back this way we have the storehouse key, which will let us get that powder that we need. Kibby dust, that's what it's called. Then we'll go back to the water village. And we gotta go into the water again. We'll equip that one there. I need to equip the other equipment too, but I'm going to wait until I actually get to that spot to do it. And some more relaxing, calm music for you. Reminiscent of 90s Weather Channel music. That. And that up there like that. And now we're in the water temple. And another banger of a song. Harlequin's Temptation. First need to get the storehouse key to open up a gate that will open up the area on the next part for us. So other items you can grab along the way, but we're not going to get them. Here and around. Of course, we open up that gate, there's going to be a lot of water behind it, pushing us back, but really cool animation though, that just filling everything. And the water looks all bubbly and just, it's totally just all over the place. And it's nice and calm here. Very cool. Neat details here. Alright, now we're going to equip the fire wand and boss battle time. Now this one, go to the side. Beat one of those. And Focus on this one in the center. Easy.
I am Rady.
There's Rady.
He who passes the tests of all 5 disciples will be granted an audience with Lord Lefant.
He's going to give us the ice magic, which is pretty handy for the next section.
The power of light to banish the darkness. Before the holy light, wicked creatures are shamed by their own black hearts. This magic will freeze those of evil purpose.
So then we're going to warp to the Moon Village. Then we're going to equip that and on there. Nice thing we have 2 ingredients. Nice and easy to get those mixed for the black potion. Alright, so let's get out of here. Ice magic is really nice on enemies that are vulnerable to it. When you freeze them, you will defeat them with 1 hit. So I'm not sure if that's dependent on what you have there, but it's still pretty cool. So this old lady says, take this talisman, it will help you. If you look at it, it's like in the shape of a severed head or something like that. Just something pretty dreadful. Note she laughs as she goes away, so we'll revisit that later. Here we're going to be equip this one here. And a quick grind here on this part. And then I'm going to equip that just to have a safer time through. Just got a little bit of experience just to use up that casting of that mirror. It freezes all enemies, but it can shatter when you use it, so a little bit of randomness to it for that part. So more of that cool music we like. Now we're in Tori's tomb already. Again, we can use this just to defeat these enemies nice and quickly. And we're into Escher space. Yeah. There we go. So now we're set for the boss battle for equipment, so we'll just keep going here. There are some there is an herb you can get here in case you need for safety purposes, but we're going to skip it because we're not wise. But the game is ease, so there we go. So now that we're through this, now the next section. This maze can be really tough when you're just trying to figure it out. Took me a bit of time to get through it the first time, but once you get it memorized, then it's not too bad for the route. Relatively quick to get through. Just getting ready for the next boss because it is a doozy. of Luna. Throws these. Watch out for those greens because those can really do some big damage to you. Same with this attack here, so. Charge shots on this boss are very, very powerful. You just need to time them well. Just going to use that herb because that is a little dicey. Now, the way this boss is, it throws out these annoying blue balls when you start getting it lower on health. It can be quite infuriating, but the big thing with them is to keep moving. We can throw out a third one because why not? So we almost have the boss done. Just getting through. There we go. That was a rough one there a little bit, but still made it through. Probably after this, we are going to warp to the Earth Village to get a herb. And then we'll go to the... actually, we'll go to the Fire Village, now that I think of it.
So too is his power.
Get a nice refill there.
The moon illuminates even the darkest of nights. That which your eyes see is not the only reality.
Story is going to give us the Seeker magic, which lets us see invisible stuff.
It will see only the truth.
So now, going there. Then warp to the Moon Village. And then we're going to equip the Mask of the Moon. And see, we can't see the person in front of us. Oh, it's that old lady from before. Oh, it's a Garuda. Oof. Now the reason you equip the Mask of the Moon there, if I didn't, I'd have to use the Seeker magic right after that. So it saves you a magic cast. So good reasons to do it. So this chamber that we just found is going to take us, and we finally meet LaFonce, who I like to call Arthur Fonzarelli.
Hail, Kristen. It is good that
Or
you
the
have come.
Fonz. Hey!
I am LaFonce, protector of Salsetta, and of its greatest power.
And the hitter of
You now
jukeboxes
stand
to
deep
get Ain't
underneath
Nothing
the
But a
great
Hound Dog
forest
playing.
in Eldoron,
That's okay, Fonzie.
the ancient capital of Salsetta.
We met
The
Pinky
mask of the sun
Tuscadero
is
earlier.
sealed away here. Minions of evil do not understand its fearsome
You
power.
can also call him Discount Adol, but I don't think he'd like that so much.
You must understand. The source of the power which sank the kingdom of Eldeen is concealed in this great woodland. When the winged ones used the mask of the moon to control the mask of the sun, it reawakened that same power. If Eldiel acquires it, all of the land will be reduced to cinder and ash.
Bummer.
Take this wand When bathed in its light, no attack shall harm you.
Say so, buddy. Really good spell to have. We're gonna actually be using it soon.
The 6 magics have now been gathered here. But at present, you will still find it difficult to defeat the darkness. I will now bestow my righteous intent.
Yeah, righteous intent. Makes our spells more powerful, I guess.
Go to the lakeside ruins. Whatever happens, you must halt the restoration of the Mask of the Sun.
So we're going to put that one there. And making sure that I've got that equipped. That will help make these extra enemies I get twice as useful. Now I'm going to equip that one just to skip a conversation with him. And we'll just keep going upward. And talk to Robin. And we're going to de-equip that just to keep walking so we can defeat enemies as we go. If we hit him like that. I'm going to go up to this one spot here. And equip that and that. And let's make sure that that's equipped. And we're going to go up a couple levels. Notice how quickly our health is draining, and our magic is draining, so big key is trying to make sure that we keep up on this a little bit here. Now I'm just going to equip this, and then go back to that. Just going to go up one more level. And it's definitely worth getting this extra level because it makes the next boss battle a little bit faster. Quite a bit faster. There we go. So then I'm going to swap back to that. Okay, get out of my way. So then we swap back to that, which causes him to pause like, who are you? You know who we are. So then I'm going to go this, with the herb, and next battle coming up.
Who's there?
Ada!
You. I'm surprised you're still alive. Ho. It looks like you're under LaFonza's protection. But we will have nothing to fear once the power is mine. Whatever you do, you're too late. It is time. Stop me now.
Oh, I guess you can talk through the mask.
I won't let you interfere!
Oh, some awesome lines are coming up here.
Missions will now be realized at long last. But first, you and I have some unfinished business. Attack me, boy!
There we go. Alright, so scared on this part, so I'm just being cautious. If I had one more health, I'd probably do a little bit more there. Nice. Good fight. A little more damage on that first lightning round, which did not help me, but either way, still a good fight. Area armor. All right. 7.5 minutes cutscene. I'll be right back.
The depths of the earth. Heed my call and appear unto me. I have waited for this moment. My prayers have finally been answered.
Eldio!
For the sake of the restored Mask of the Sun,
Eldiel was confused at that time, but he didn't realize soon that he'd have a revelation that he would suddenly get the point.
please cooperate. I need your blood.
From an exceptionally sharp person. I gotta time that better.
Gruda! You bastard!
Well, the Claria sword is a pretty powerful sword there, buddy.
Well done, Eldiel. You observed your purpose, so it's time to die.
Oof.
Did you ever even
Yeah, Lord of Luna Yeah, definitely got just tied up with 3 of those balls coming out there, just rough. And Bami wasn't too bad. I think it was just maybe the grind was a little slower. I don't know.
Lord Aram! We thank you from the bottom of
Lord
our
Aram.
hearts for your unwitting and oh so
Lord Aram is
royal
gonna scare him.
Adol, that sword you used to have is of outstanding quality.
Why, thank you.
You can just sit and watch as this whole land burns before the might of Lord Aram.
That's a little intense, man. Tone it down a little. Tone it down. Tone it down.
Lisa, I have no right to ask you this. Please, forgive me.
I'm
was
dying
so
now,
wrong.
and I feel regret.
Althea! Please don't die! Althea!
The seal that we have spent the last 700 years guarding has finally been broken at last.
We could condemn the Winged One for his actions, but it would solve nothing. Our only option, now that Aram is being resurrected, is to banish the Mask of the Sun forever to oblivion.
But in order to do that, you must have the 7th magic. Only one magic can oppose the Mask of the Sun, and that is El Duran. It is the ultimate magic, created by the Mask of the Sun itself.
Adol, you must go to the ancient city. There, you must put a stop to this catastrophe.
El Doran is not to be confused with Duran
Let us
Duran.
go, Eldia, to that peaceful place where your people await you.
So Hungry Like a Wolf is a great song.
You need never
I don't know.
be alone again.
That song's okay. I think I like some of their other stuff better. I don't really listen to a lot of Duran Duran. But we shall get the El Doran. That's what we need.
He was alone his whole life. Eventually, I could no longer touch his heart. Until the end.
No, it'd be a perfect time here to have How Do You Talk to an Angel or just some other song
Let's go
just
back to the Paro village.
show up here, but okay,
Take
probably
me
not.
home.
I guess it's a little inappropriate. Inappropriate! Okay. Alright, so on the next part here, we need to buy an herb. And a rotafruit. There we go. And we have some nice new armor now, so we get to use that. Pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is just so exhausted after that cutscene. She's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. And
The ritual is happening in
in this
bronze
area,
furnace.
we get to experience
Looks like this gate is the only
the
way
saga
inside.
of General Leo.
But how do we get it open? What a pain in my ass. I'll just bust my way through. Jeez, that was close. What the hell was that?
ancient treasures will be mine! I mean the Roman Empire's. Unless you have a death wish, I suggest you stand aside. Men, charge! Get out of my way, fools!
All right. Now remember, companions, when they defeat enemies, do not give you any experience. So, a little bit here, we're going to switch back to the fire magic. What the fart? Not like that. Yeah. We'll continue on. And equip that magic again. So that was 2 levels we went up. We should be good. Dang game. A little too careless there, but I think we'll still be fine. Do have to play things a little slightly more cautious with the gargoyles, but I think we'll be okay. Next is the barbecue scene. And my timing was better that time, so good. It's a pretty rough fire. I mean, blue fire is burning up their armor as well. But I like how he's just like, yeah, if you don't go across, you'll face execution. It's like, well, you fail this too also. So it's not a good time either way. And you see there's like, oh, you're almost there. Oh, poor things. All right, so save. Go to the center one. Go up one. Go left and up. Bogey up there. Go to the center. Go up one. Go right and up. There we go. All right. Holy cow. I got one more falls down. Health-wise, I am going to keep with my current form here. I'm not going to switch back to blast enemies since I might this too. Jeez, the enemies here are just aggressive as fart. Flippin' doodles. Relax, enemies. and doodles. Yep, that's why I say it. Okay. Nope, she went the other way. Okay, come on. Okay. Doing okay. There we go. Be nice here. Holes in the ground. Come on. What is this stuff here? Come on. Get out of the way. There we go. That's why. Okay, you gotta go into that form just to make that easier. Okay.
Is this it? Is this the ancient treasure? What the? There's nothing in here. Hmm? What the? There was never any treasure. Why was I only chasing wealth? Is this my punishment?
Alright. Probably lasts about 30 seconds due to those deaths, but what can you do? Got more reason
Damn,
to
it's a dead end.
be in this form at this section going
Adolf,
on, so...
you leave this to me. Those Ramoons may have stopped me before, but this time I'll break through myself. No wall can stand against the mighty Dogi. Come on, Adolf. Let's hurry on through. Hey, look out! That was clumsy of me. Don't worry about me though. This is barely a scratch. I can. Oh! Damn it! I'm no good. I can't fight with you.
I'll just keep in this form just to make it easier.
Adolf, can you call that homing pigeon of Karna's? I'll send a letter so I can ask for help. Here he is. Good boy. Let's get this on your leg. Now go. Please take this message straight to Karna. I'll be alright. Get a move on.
last time. The thing I don't like is when the boss decides not to throw go into like the big double twin attack that it does. That actually you can do a lot of hits on that boss. But decides, no, I'm not going to do it. So this attack basically. I'm going to use that herb just to be safe. I don't want to lose this one here. Okay, we're doing all right. To this village first. Need to buy an elixir. Then back to the Earth Village. And back into the temple. Thankfully, enemies. Because thankfully, in general, we're going to be able to. Fire floor now is off, so we just zigzag around, and that's it. After General Leo got shocked, we were able just to keep going here. You know those sconces that are to the left and right of him, between those statues and his platform? Those are spots where you can basically have the cutscenes again that you had with the sages. That's why I'm trying to avoid those sconces. I mean, it will ask you, do you want to do this? But if you say the wrong thing, you've lost 3 minutes. So I just decided to avoid it entirely.
Swordsman, this magic was meant to be eternal. But in light of Aram's awakening, the seal will soon be destroyed.
We're almost done with the game. We have one more big grind left to do.
All of the Claria equipment.
I think 332. You need to go up.
The power of Elder
We got to 332.
Will be granted unto you. Now go, find Garuda, and recover the Claria sword.
32 to 80. You need to go up some levels. Pretty much what I can say. this way, and hopefully the enemies are going to be nice this time. Okay, good. Didn't have one just completely just wreck me time here. So we're going to equip that and take out these things here. These are going to give us the best experience. We just need to take them out. It's a little bit faster if you can pin them. Just like that. One level so far. 2 levels. It's going a little bit faster now that they're a little more vulnerable. Three levels. Four levels. Let's check my status. 364, so we need 2 more levels. And we're going to go up here. And then go back to here. One more level. We'll have to ding him a little bit to death, but that's okay. You'll see what I mean by dinging them to death. And one more. So then, it's that, and then that, and good. Ready for the next part, actually going to that. Okay, last time. Good. Gaining. Let's keep doing the best we can here. go. Opening that path that we need. And we just go along this left fork. That was a little bit nicer compared to other times I've done this.
I figured that you'd come here. You are strong enough to
Okay.
Goddess and Bami, and I respect that. Perhaps it's true that Lord Adam's hatred has led us to this very point. But when the era of darkness comes, it will all be worth it. Now, come at me, Adol. I'll give your head to Lord Adam as a gift!
Nice.
Lord
Doing good.
Adam! Now, bring our world to...
All right.
I've been waiting for you, Adol. Now, the seal on the seventh magic, Elderon, will be broken. Now, the clarity has been changed into the strongest magical metal, Elderon. This is the power of the seventh magic. With this equipment, you can destroy the Mask of the Sun. Now go, Adol, to the Temple of the Sun where Aram sleeps.
Nice little break here.
Adol,
About a minute or two.
the final challenge is at hand.
Looking pretty good.
We, the disciples,
Got a chance for
will use the last
a good
of our
time, but we'll
strength
see.
to increase the power of the Mask of the Moon.
Wipe away your fear.
Aram's strength is beyond your imagination.
However, you must not hesitate.
Everything depends on you.
All that we are, we entrust to you
I
now.
got this. Just need to equip the Mask of the Sun. Or Mask of the Moon after I get it. And then when I get up top, the only thing I need to equip is the shield rod, or the shield wand, and go into the battle. So we'll do this, and that, and this. Prevent unnecessary damage. Dodge conversations best we can. great music. What was that, enemies? Be nice. I just want to defeat the person that's bossing you around. Come on. That so much of a problem? Out of the way. Boss time. The Eternal Frown. Or the Eternally Furrowed Brow. I mean, that is an intense, ticked off face there. You gotta be doing that for like months. Tape on your face or some bands, just really working on that. Wow. Alright. See how we do on this. Darn. Okay. Done with blueberry onto mint. We still have the elixir, so that will basically, if we lose our health, they'll bring us back to full. Around a little bit. And a little bit more. Last phase. Oh gosh, okay. Now it's great pizza. Gotta step on the beans. Thankfully, it's a battle that's easy to not take any damage on. That was a good start. Really, just covering that one there. hit there, that's good. That does very quick damage. It's almost as kind of reminiscent of Gaddis, that one boss. One down. That was mean. That was nice. Almost there. Come up one more time, please. Nice. That's a good PB. Oh. Less than a minute away, or less than 15 seconds away from Mabo's time. Wow. Whew. Thanks for the GG. Felt pretty good. 308.44 for some of best. Wow. Yeah, getting close to it. Tough thing is just knowing to us what are the differences between the emulators. I mean, I'm using Mister with the fast CD seek speed just to try to get closer to what Mabo had. But 311.09. That is a great new time for me there. So, creeping creature, yeah, got that down. Sub 20, that felt good. Flame Flinger, that was much better. Woodwarder, I was surprised on that one there. Mother of Monsters, that's usually just kind of a weird fight with the arms. You just kind of hope you get the right position there. Earth Element, RNG there because of how long it takes for, you know, all the jumps it does. Sometimes you get a quick one, sometimes you don't. Isamir, I think I had some deaths just on that grind beforehand. Gaddis won. Surprised I got a gold on that one, considering. Still felt pretty good there. I think it was a pretty smooth section. Gaddis 2, I think. Yeah, that went fine. I just had a little stumbling on the fire pits, but that went well. And then the water wielder, I think I had just some goofy menuing, at some spots, so that kind of felt weird there. But the Lord of Luna one, yeah, that was just such a trolly battle there. Bami, that one too. I think I just had a slower grind. Something there. But I think what I'm going to try doing is do a few more seconds of fighting some more of those monsters just to get a little bit better. And then Gargoyles, I'm surprised I got that. I mean, I could probably get down to a 310 or close to it if I get that last fire trap floor down a lot better.
From the curse
but
of the past.
Garuda, I was surprised to get a gold like that. But then Aram, I think the best time I got was because I got the first one done really quick, but just that RNG with that last part.
Let's get back to the village.
So that felt great.
I'm sure everyone's worried about
Glad you're here too, Absolute Aaron. That was fun. Oh. Wow. Really getting close to Mabo's time though. That's wild. I think I tried playing on his. The thing with his that really is wild to me is he was playing that on 2 buttons, so you had to do a lot more funky menuing with it. And he was playing on a PS Vita. The screen is effing small. Or he was able to get that going, but I did get my Vita streaming this a little bit with that one, but it just did not. Doing it like that, I got to work one day, and then I had to also try to get the audio working, but just did not work out. So.
And I'm gonna leave this place open for the public.
This felt really good. I was hoping to get a better time. This weekend was feeling like it was really good, but I think that's the end of the big PBs because, I mean, I can possibly get some really good stuff coming up, but that is just a wow. Huge thanks to Mabo on some of his tips that he's been giving me as well.
We met in Venus Village.
Huge thanks to him.
Look at my son. The emblem
This felt
of the
really
sage
good, though.
is gone from his forehead, and he is a normal baby again. Now we
Pretty
can
good
live
after 3
as a
months of running
normal
this.
mother and son.
Yeah, that 5-second part. That had to have been just like a few seconds. But I think what helped was I just had some things just a bit cleaner.
All I could do was try to live life to the fullest. And be
I really got
happy
to
with
work that
sacrifice.
section of the gargoyle split. That one, I probably could have got another 30 seconds on that if I got that fire floor a lot more solid.
Come to visit Salsetta again
Now I
someday.
know to have the
I think
be in
I'll
that altar
finally be
form
able
so
to
then
greet
those
you
holes
with a
just
smile
don't go
again.
gravitate to my character.
Please,
This felt
Take
good.
care.
Yeah, that
I'll never forget you.
seeing that go there, but I've lost a minute. Water wheeled her to there, so I could have gotten like another minute and a half on this one. So it is possible to get a sub like a 309 or something like that, but it's going to take a bit of work. But it'll be worth it.
We should make sight of land soon now. Let me tell you about my homeland.
Yeah, my eye was the sacrifice. I must say, this sunset here with this graphics here, just 10 out of 10 stellar pixel art back then. So good with the wake and everything. Some say this was the reason that this game was not considered to be canon. Like Mask of the Sun was considered to be canon, but this one wasn't. Because, oh, these look like maybe they're
Well, I think
Adol's
stop there
kids.
for today. Wanna hear
We don't want to make look like Adol would ever settle down.
I'll read more next time. There are still many more adventures. Oh, please read more. I'm sorry, children, but I really must prepare dinner. Oh, come on, please.
Not sure if that's Lilia. I'd like to think so, but who knows? Very fitting for this time of year too, just weather-wise. I'm gonna go up to here to take my screenshot for my splits. Now I'll do it near the bottom there. That's fine. Gotta have the progression. Let's see. Let's get green shot ready. Definitely perfect for this time of year. Yeah, good old Land O'Lakes. For hot cocoa. Oh, yeah. Oh. Also fun to have like abuelita or some of those other Mexican chocolate that you kind of take that bar, you boil up some milk and then you mix in that chocolate. Oh, pretty good. Hey, Ventric. Thanks for the GG.